Hi guys, welcome back to Hope is Alive. A very famous man, it says in Isaiah, in the year that King Uzziah died. Today we're going to look at King Uzziah for just a few minutes. Hi guys, welcome back to Hope is Alive channel, looking at King Uzziah, who was around in Isaiah the prophet's time. But it says in 2 Chronicles 26:16, when he was strong, his heart was lifted up to his destruction, for he transgressed against the Lord his God and went into the temple of the Lord to burn incense upon the altar of incense. That's 2 Chronicles 26:16. Uzziah started out really good, but in the end, his kingship was one of shame and it was one of failure. There's 3 things that happened. It says that he was prosperous, nothing wrong with that. It says he was strong. Uzziah became a very prosperous king. His achievements were outstanding in agriculture, in science, and especially military. The enemies that used to harass Judah stopped during his time, and King Uzziah was greatly respected by the nations around him. The second thing that affected Uzziah was pride. When he was strong, his heart was, it says, lifted up to his destruction. Becoming great was Uzziah's undoing, because his heart was filled with pride, and that led to his failure. Uzziah is an illustration of the fact that prosperity can be just as perilous as poverty. Some people look at poverty and they sort of say, well, all your problems are because you're poor. But fame and fortune can cause just as many problems, if not more. You only have to look at famous sports people and actors and actresses and so on. And you see that all their wealth, all it does is cause pride and a fall. And pride will ruin a person very quickly. It certainly ruined Uzziah. And the third thing was presumption. He transgressed against the Lord his God, and he went into the temple of the Lord to burn incense upon the altar of incense. In his pride, Uzziah decided to perform the duties of a priest, but he wasn't a priest. He shouldn't have been doing it. It was a tragic mistake on his behalf. Though he was king, he had no business playing priest. And that just says to me, stay in your own lane. It's easy to sit in church and criticize the preacher or the pastor, but I tell you what, you do that job if you're called to it, and if you're called to it, you'll serve faithfully, even when people criticize you. But you see, what happens is a lot of people get out of their lane and they start talking about stuff that they actually know nothing about. Stay in your lane. If you're called to be a king, be a king. If you're called to be a priest, but don't swap over. You'll end up like Uzziah, and you'll ignore God's word about divine callings. And it resulted in him becoming a leper, and that's in 2 Chronicles 26:19. So I want to encourage you today, respect spiritual callings. You may be a famous and prosperous, great business person, successful, but it doesn't entitle you to step into other people's callings. So I always bring it back to church, and I want to say this: respect your pastor, pray for them, respect who they are and what they do and how hard they work, because you know what, he's God's chosen man to lead the church. And I know, I've been there. Bless bless him. So treat your leaders with respect. They're well worth it, and God will bless you accordingly. Take care. Hey, thanks very much for watching Hope is Alive channel. To watch more videos, don't forget to subscribe and click over here, or just down there, or just there over my shoulder, or just up to the right of my head. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Send to your friends.